Like many other small European towns, Neukirchen in southern Austria seems quiet and peaceful. Well, never judge a book by its cover. One of its residents is now under arrest, suspected of being the brain behind an Islamic network recruiting extremists and plotting attacks in the heartland of the European Union. An ethnic Chechen, Aslanbek was detained at the airport in Vienna as he returned from a pilgrimage to Mecca. News about the incident went around the world, although strangely, none of the locals seemed to know much about it.
We didn't hear anything about it.
I'm afraid I wasn't informed of this.
I know nothing about it, and I don't care.
Some didn't want to be filmed at all, but was it really because of a lack of information?
Just one word, they are frightened.
The deputy chief of one of Austria's biggest newspapers, Christoph Budin, has been personally following this case. Armed with only a voice recorder and no TV crew, he was more successful in getting the locals to share.
In Lower Austria, in some cities, we have a really big population, big community with Chechens. So the people are thinking, what comes next? I mean, this is my neighbor. He was living beside me, and now he's arrested because of a suspect at a terror plot.
With his wife and children, Aslanbek really appeared to be living an ordinary life.
One of the most striking facts about this latest case is that the suspect has no hands. He claims he lost them after being caught up in violence in Chechnya. Well, now investigators are looking into another version, whether his hands were blown off while handling explosives. This is raising questions among many Austrians over how well asylum seekers are checked before getting the green light.
Austria has one of the most liberal asylum policies in the European Union. Last year alone, the country received over 15,000 refugees from across the world. With such an inflow of newcomers, it's becoming increasingly hard to find out who is who.
We want to know from the government in how many cases they actually did these background checks to make sure that these people are not criminal or dangerous. Second, in how many cases Austria has received information from the countries of origin, and third, in how many cases asylum seekers actually have been refused.
The latest arrest is part of a massive police operation targeting an alleged extremist network. In late November, 26 people were detained in Belgium, Germany and the Netherlands, all suspected of recruiting so-called jihadist candidates and financing terrorist organizations.
It can be here in Neukirchen, and it can be in any other town in Europe.
In an effort to get more information on asylum seekers, the EU is now making deals with countries of origin, including Russia. But many experts warn, with hundreds of thousands of refugees already living in the Union, the consequences of liberal asylum policies of some of its member states still lie ahead. Igor Piskunov, RT, Vienna, Austria.